Tony Popovic's side based on their positive showcase against China PR in Adelaide last week, with one more encouraging execution against gathering Sea Pioneers, Japan, in a hard-battled experience with Samurai Blue. It seemed as though the Socceroos could get a notable success in Saitama, subsequent to starting to lead the pack through a Shogo Taniguchi own objective, before Cam Burgess was lamentable to redirect the ball into his own net to provide Japan with a portion of the riches. Australia lead trainer Tony Popovic rolled out 6 improvements to the side that beat China PR 3-1 last Thursday, with Jason Giria, Cam Burgess, Jordy Boss, Riley McGree, Adjan Hrustic, and Luke Braddan, making his Socceroos debut, all approaching into the beginning 11. Thomas Deng, Kai Rolls, Aziz Bahich, Aidan O'Neill, Nestori Irankanda, and Craig Goodwin cleared a path. Australia arranged in a 3-4-2-1 development, similar framework they utilized in the final part against China PR. Japan likewise decided on their standard 3-4-2-1 design, with Miner Hajime Moriyasu rolling out 2 improvements from the Samurai Blue group that beat Saudi Arabia 2-0 last week, with Takafusa Kubo and Ao Tanaka supplanting Commander Wataru Endo and Daichi Kamada. After a Keiji beginning to procedures, Japan dealt with the primary shot of the game in the 6th moment, with precarious winger Takafusa Kubo striking the side, netting from a restricted point. All through the main half, Japan partook in the overwhelming majority of ownership, 70%, yet neglected to make any significant possibilities, with the Australia backline splendidly marshaled by Harry Souter, demonstrating coordinated and unfaltering. The hosts were constantly hoping to track down their wide players, Kubo and Keira Maitoma. In any case, in any event, when these precarious Japanese wingers got the ball, the Socceroos guard stood firm and downplayed the host's objective danger, with Souter ruling in the air and Burgess consistently snuffing out assaults. In a strained first portion of, the guests battled to hold the ball and set up any supported times of tension. Notwithstanding, Boss gave a snapshot of flash in the 30th moment, winning the ball close to the midway line prior to flooding forward and breaking into the container, where Ko Itakura stopped the danger from Australia's traipsing left wing back. In minute 34, Japan's Maitoma verged on breaking the stop subsequent to cutting inside and twisting towards objective, yet Jason Giria had the option to redirect the ball wide with his chest. Once more, the Melbourne Triumph man looked especially sure and agreeable at right focus back. Japan were battling to track down their standard stream, with Australia denying them the potential chance to play their game. The hosts oversaw 6 first-half shots, yet just a single hit the objective, and it wasn't to inconvenience Australia goalkeeper Joe Gauci. Oni Popovic rolled out 1 improvement at the stretch, with Patrick Yazbek supplanting debutant Luke Braddan, cap number 646, in midfield. Australia delighted in more belonging in the beginning phases of the final part, with Japan and their home group turning out to be progressively baffled, having recently scored 14 objectives in 3 games. Japan kept on testing, with Kubo demonstrating a string down the right. His in-swinging cross in the 57th moment tracked down Takumi Minamino in a promising position, yet the Monaco forward headed wide. Then, at that point, around the same time, Australia advanced up the field and Lewis Mill Operator wound up with the ball in space on the right flank. Mill Operator looked up and afterward whipped in an underhanded cross which Japan protector Shogo Taniguchi could divert into his own net with an outstretched leg. Japan surrendering their most memorable objective in Cycle 3 capability, and Australia taking the exceptionally significant 1-0 lead. Australia kept on filling uncertainty, while Japan looked dispossessed of thoughts as the half wore on, with Ao Tanaka's 30-yard afford in the 71st moment neglecting to test Gauci in the Australian net, as a matter of fact. The 2 mentors made various changes all through the half to attempt to stamp their clout on the game. However, at that point in the 76th moment, Japan tracked down their balancer. After some great work from Kido Nakamura on the left wing, the Japan number 13 sharp cross was avoided into his own objective by the sad Cam Burgess. Japan picked up in speed in the end ranges. In any case, in spite of looking threatening in their development play, neglected to set out any obvious open doors. Australia held firm to guarantee an important away point in Japan and proceed with their positive increase in structure, shutting this window with 4 focuses from 2 games. The group presently sits second in Gathering C in the AFC Asian qualifiers, streaked to 26 mission, with different groups still to play, and will next be in real life on Thursday, November 14th, when they have Saudi Arabia at the Melbourne Rectangular Arena.